5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
This is About Space, America's return to space, with news and information on our U.S. space program. Is your host of About Space, David Denault.
Welcome, and thanks for joining me today. Even though there's never been a manned mission to Mars, back in 1984, the CIA found a different way to explore the Red Planet. According to documents declassified thanks to the Freedom of Information Act, the Central Intelligence Agency used a, quote, remote viewer, end quote, to see what was on Mars 1 million years ago. And what they discovered is mind-blowing, if you can believe it. Next, as America and the world is listening to About Space Today.
The world's most beautiful ship. The world's most beautiful day ahead. The world's most beautiful splash. The world's most beautiful relaxation. The world's most beautiful destinations. The world's most beautiful flavors. The world's most beautiful shows. The world's most beautiful crew.
This is an MSC cruise.
Call D&D Cruise and Tours and sail on an MSC cruise from Florida's Port Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale, or Miami. D&D Cruise and Tours is the official travel agency of About Space Today. So call 877-747-8631. That's 877-747-8631 for your next vacation needs. Welcome back. In 1984, the CIA used a psychic, known as a remote viewer, to focus their mind on a location and a time and describe what they saw. The transcript of what that person witnessed on Mars a million years back was part of a large document dump. While the papers don't explain why the CIA wanted to see what Mars looked like a million years ago, they do show that the psychic saw civilization. The Matrix Disclosure discovered this declassified revelation, and here are excerpts of their findings.
Bingo Swan is mentioned in the CIA documents as the most accurate of remote viewers, and is no wonder that the CIA had employed him for various tasks that would otherwise be impossible to attain. In his 1998 book entitled Penetration, Swan offers extended details about the tasks performed for the agency. Given the bewildering imagery received from the Viking orbiter in 1976 with the surface of Mars, their focus immediately went in that direction. The initial procedure is detailed on the second page of the CIA document dated May 22, 1984. The body of the CIA document is a transcript of the responses offered by the remote viewer, referred to as sub or subject, to the inquirer, referred to as mon. Subject was unaware of the locations of the provided coordinates. Yet, his answers were extremely relevant. First indicated region was that of Sidonia, the spot where numerous structures resembling earthly constructs and monuments were identified. Here are a subject's first impressions upon remote viewing the site. I want to say it looks like a, it sort of looks, I kind of got an oblique view of a pyramid or pyramid form. It's very high. It's kind of sitting in a large depressed area. Further on, the remote viewer is sent about 1 million years into the past and is asked to provide the details of the Martian population inhabiting the region, if there was indeed any. He then sees very tall and thin humanoids dressed in silk garbs.
Tell me about the ones who slip through the storms.
very tall, very large people, but they're thin. They look thin because of their height, and they dress like in, it's like real light silk, but it's not flowing type of clothing. It's like cut to fit. They were all sheltering from the devastating storm outside, and were looking for ways to escape the ruthless events that were sweeping everything on Mars's surface.
Move close to one of them and ask them to tell you about themselves.
They're ancient people. They're dying. It's past their time or age.
Tell me about this.
They're very philosophic about it. They're looking for a way to survive, and they just can't. In order to assure the survival of their species, the Martians have considered migrating elsewhere in the solar system. Some of them were lucky enough to do so, while others were still awaiting their brethren to bring salvation.
What is it they're waiting for?
There evidently was a group or a party of them that went to find a new place to live. It's like I'm getting all kinds of overwhelming input of the corruption of their environment. It's failing very rapidly, and this group went somewhere, like a long way, to find another place to live. The remote viewer then reaches what appears to be a spacecraft that had carried some of the Martians away in remote times. Their journey takes them to a planet with intense geological activity on the surface, where different species of plants grow, unlike Mars, where vegetation was missing entirely.
Okay, when the others left, these people are waiting. When the others left, how did they go?
Get an impression of, don't know what the hell it is. It looks like the inside of a large boat, very rounded walls and shiny metal. Go along with them on their journey and find out where it is they go. Difference is there seems to be a lot of vegetation where the other place did not have it, and different kind of storm. Could this new place be regarded as Earth? Did escaping Martians transit through space to reach the closest neighbor planet in order to escape the ruthless calamities that were draining the atmosphere and resources of Mars? Are the pyramids and other ruins on Mars leftovers of this ancient species of gigantic humanoids?
It's like a Ripley's Believe It or Not. And About Space invites you to investigate for yourself more about this story. And check out our Facebook page, aboutspace.today, for launches and landings, and invite your family and friends to listen weekly. And join Dawn Meyer, Space Coast News Editor, this Friday for America in Space. And to all our listeners around the globe and here in the U.S., thanks for joining me. I'm David Denault, and this has been About Space Today.